So before we jump into the software, I wanted to just do a brief overview of computers. So Premiere Pro requires a pretty good computer. I have a laptop that I used professionally for about 4 years, editing podcasts, social media clips, and I needed to do that because I was running and gunning while I was in college. So I needed to use a laptop to edit things wherever I had to go. So that lasted me, and I still use it for little projects here and there. Here's kind of the specs on that. But one of the main points that I want to make on this is that Premiere Pro uses a lot of RAM. And I would say not only close out pretty much all of your tabs, especially if you're using Chrome. Chrome likes to suck up a lot of RAM. I would also caution you to get a computer that has at least 16 gigabytes of RAM, because that is going to not only smooth out the project, but in just my recent build and with my laptop, those both had 16 gigabytes of RAM, and those lasted me for a long time. I'd say about half a decade. So with my current setup, I have 48 gigabytes on my desktop, and with my laptop, when I need to run around, it has 16 gigs, and that can give me through about any project, even projects that are in 4K. So you also want a nice little processor. Here are kind of the minimum requirements on there. And then I'll also leave this link so you can take a look at it. If you're thinking about upgrading a computer, just make sure it's above 16 gigs. I know for the minimum for HD videos, it says 8. I'm telling you, you're going to want to get 16 gigabytes of RAM on your computer system. But I wanted to talk through this to give you just the concept of that technology, of course, is always changing. The software is always getting better, as you've seen through the most recent videos that we've created. As the software gets better, you're going to be needing a more optimal and stronger PC to run this software. So that being said, more than welcome to go through this. And here's my specs on my computer. I built this a few years ago, if you were just curious. Now that Bitcoin is down, now the computer parts are a little bit more affordable. So I think everyone's getting in at like a pretty good time right now. But let's go into the next one.